So Christmas is getting near. Sandy and I have gone out and finished our Christmas shopping and made the credit card companies extremely happy again this year. So it should be a good Christmas. The kids are primed. They're ready. The tree is up and they have a little toy train underneath and they're playing with that, the younger kids. And yeah, the older kids are going to Christmas dances and such. So the Christmas spirit is true in our house. Today I was just going to wrap this up for Carrie. I got this little gadget from a guy down in Palm Bay, Florida. Neat little trick. It's like hangs on your steering wheel of your vehicle, and you rest your frame on this, and it actually uses your steering wheel as the kind of like the tabletop, and it holds the frame in front of you all nice. And the you can put the grafting bar down here. Folds away for transport. Really slick. The thing is, I don't graft. I don't do any of that work. I leave that for my employee, who is Carrie. So I thought, what not a better, and because I'm in such a Christmas spirit today, why not gift this to Carrie? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up. And I'll send it to Carrie as a thanks for the hard work she puts in during the year on this farm. So I hire one experienced beekeeper, which is Carrie. She's from Miami, so she's local. And then I hire up to 5 more school kids just to help me with the workload through when school's out through the summer. Usually matches up pretty well. It's usually busy, July, August, and then they go back to school Labor Day. So it works out really well for me. I get a lot of work out of these kids to get my work done. Carrie's been around for a little while now. I kind of forget now. She's been around since she's 15 or 16, 15 I guess. Started scratching frames like the rest of them. And then as the years went on, I just kept tossing more responsibility to her. And she's been taking on more responsibility and handling more workload around the farm here. So it's been nice. Managing work is probably one of a beekeeper's biggest challenges. I am anyways, but most beekeepers are perfectionists, right? And control freaks, so we don't like when other people come in and touch our bees, do our work. So it's hard for us to bring people in, especially unskilled people, to come and help us get our work done. So it forces us to become really good time managers, and it forces us to be able to look at the situation, look at our workload, and then get it done the most effective way possible. It forces us to look at the big picture, you look at averages, not, we get caught up sometimes looking down at that one hive, wasting our time on that one hive when there's the whole apiary to look after. So it forces us to streamline things, to set up programs and procedures to be able to manage the entirety of the workload through that short period of time over the whole apiary, get our work done. It's very important as beekeepers that we get our work done, because when we start not getting our work done, that's when it starts costing us money. So that is when we have to start bringing in employees to help us manage the workload. And that's a big step for any farm, especially my farm. It took a while for me to learn how to manage work. Carrie's been on for a little while. She's been on 6 years or 7 years, she'll probably tell me. But yeah, every year she's been taking on a little more responsibility. And I think she likes it around here. I've given her, because of her on the farm, we've taken on queen rearing, something I probably wouldn't do without actually being able to dedicate someone to do it. So the queen rearing operation is a whole different level of beekeeping. It requires time, it requires setup, it requires practically an entire system shift, which we've had to adopt onto this farm to be able to fully implement the queen rearing strategy that we brought in. So she has taken that on, and like any employee that's worth their weight in gold, they tend to build in purpose and why they're there, right? They're gonna stick around, so they got to make themselves indispensable. And she definitely is doing that. She's taken on the queen rearing, a job that I've totally given to her. So I've actually managed my operations around, shifting my operations around incorporating this queen rearing system into the farm, which is something that's not easy to shift into, and especially not easily to shift out of. So by doing that, by taking that on as her specialty, she's locking herself into a position there. She also manages our honey house through the production period. I'm always in the yard and I keep the honey house going every day, so she's in the honey house every day through the honey season, extracting honey. And it's something that's very much appreciated. Being stuck in the honey house every day for a month and a half is a challenge on its own. One of the least favorite things for me to do is to actually work in the honey house, because I'd rather be out with my bees where they need me. So she manages the honey house. She allows me to stay out in the bee yards. So I'm able to drop like 2 or 3 kids into the honey house here to manage the work, and she can manage that crew to get all this work done, which is extremely important for the production of this farm, because we need to be able to, when that honey flow is flowing, we need to be able to take those boxes, flip them, and bring them inside. And by having somebody dedicated to manage my honey house like that has provided huge benefit, and again has provided another wall of her importance on the farm. So she is strategizing to stick around. Merry Christmas, Carrie. So here she goes. I'm sure she's going to be surprised. I'll drop this off for her Christmas tree, and hopefully she's going to have as good a Christmas as the rest of us are around the farm here.